bring the C4s, they'll bring those 2 Black Mirrors, and they will cause absolute, which is just let save slipping through the net. And on this buck, he can open up the soft wall and look to push his way forwards. Do Empire know? Finds one for free. Joystick going down. Dan finds one back onto Doki up on Big Tower. They don't know about the flank. It's always coming in. Finds one for himself. A double playing off the corner of Blue. Blur finds one back, but he's stuck in a 1 versus 3. Called it a 1 versus 2 as there's a freebie waiting for him. But he has got a lot of work to do. There's still one smoke cancel left, but he sees him cross. They know that he stepped up around hallway, so all they've got to wait for here is for him to step on site, sit and play passively. You've got the 2v1. You can play for the trade here, boys. Don't worry about going too aggressive, because with 15 seconds on the clock, Blur needs to make it happen now. Diffuser in hand, stepping his way forwards, looking to try and find some engagements, but needs to find the man. There's one inside Blue. I don't think he's even aware he's there. Empire have played it perfectly. They've run that clock down. They've not taken engagements they don't need to, and they will close out round 1 comfortably.
Beautiful from Empire there. A real masterclass in how to defend that site. The man, the movement from always there's just from pillars back to Harry Potter, slips through Shaiko spot into bunker and on the flank. Absolutely wonderful. Unfortunate timing for NAVI as Saves moves his way in and is just completely unaware. There's no drone, there's no information there to make that call of the flank coming in from always, and it was just done in such a small space, like clockwork from him. Absolutely wonderful, and pretty much won the round for Empire.
I'll go back to it again. You know, Nathan dying on the Hibana so early on, that's a bit of a kicker. Sure, you can lean towards your Maverick getting those hatches open, but we all know the time difference between a Maverick doing a wonderful piece of Picasso-level art on those hatches versus a Hibana dropping down 4 pallets and then buggering off to the next one. That's massive. It takes a lot of time to get those things done. So I just feel, again, that one's really on Nath dying out so early and not letting NAVI get control of everything they needed. Needs to be a little more careful when he's stepping into those more precarious positions across the map.
Heading up to the top floor now then, Empire will take the secondary site of theirs. Pretty much a standard setup here. We've got the rotation through into Attic. Attic is reinforced. We've got ADSs present inside of the lower tier of Attic there. They're going to try to keep hold of that and make sure that there's no push coming from that side of the map. NAVI, by contrast, will likely look to get themselves potentially established in and around Master Trophy, get hold of that side of the map. But we have seen recently, there's a lot of attention towards that double window as well.
We have. I mean, a mix across the whole top floor, really, in terms of options. I do like seeing top floor attacks these days because there is quite a bit of variety in what you can do. And teams like to employ it differently. I'm always nervous about the big window takes, to be honest with you, because naturally being locked into a vault animation means the defenders know you are going to land in a specific position. They can just hold very tight angles and wait for the vault to come through, knowing that you cannot change where you land. You will land in a given spot and you will get yourself tagged out. Empire, for now, at least digging in on the top floor. One worth noting, we aren't seeing any roaming come out from them here. Back in the first round, we did see Scyther try and get something done in small tower, but as commented on earlier on, got crunched out without barely even a breath coming out of NAVI, to be honest. So a little bit of an attempt, but here, I thought it was going to be a little more passive. Always is the one now out trying to make something happen, holding inside a small tower, but not the usual setup you see coming out of teams like Rogue, who bring shields, frost mats, C4s, 2 or 3 players with ADSs and everything behind them. It's a little bit more of a, I'm here to waste a bit of time and hopefully surprise you if you don't drone me.
That's it. I think Always is literally waiting for that double window play. He's already knocked out the barricade, as we saw on window there. He's two hit it, so he's ready to just straight out of there and take anybody down who tries to get themselves established on that double window. So that could be a big moment to wait for later in the round if NAVI do begin to push that side. But for the time being, they're looking to just get themselves established inside a Master, get this closet open and get access to that default plant spot. Now then, Doki, out comes the nade. That's to protect against any sort of clearance coming out against those ex-Kairos pellets.
Has managed to get the wall opened up, then I imagine. There we go, top and bottom, it's made soft, and normally you bring over the buck here to get things opened up as well. You got Secretly being the sole one that sat up here inside of Attic, looking to do a bit of droning down, make sure the 1 or 2 members holding around there, namely Scyther, is being at least pinned in and is still present for now. He will try and hit them on the flank once the plant starts to come through, or at least the execute intention comes in, but the jump out from Always comes through. Clearly NAVI with zero idea he was inside a small tower, and that is a freebie.
We said it earlier in the round. We watched for it. We waited with bated breath. And it was Blur who took the bullets as always went out. And that is a big clearance for Empire because it just completely removes that angle of attack. They don't need to worry about double window anymore. But what they do need to worry about is bodies dropping inside a site. NAVI getting aggressive here, Des. Doki goes in and gets Scyther. All of a sudden, in a matter of seconds, it's 4 versus 2. Shepard starts to fight back. But there's only so much he can do. Always now coming back from that flank, trying to get himself established back on the top of the white stairs, but no, the diffuser goes down and it is all for him to do with 40 seconds, 1 versus 3.
I think
Nade is actually going to force Doki away from a plan of attack that he had coming in. Out goes the Nade. Scyther, however, does get the kill, steps back, and he's just dipping and ducking out of trouble here and keeping himself active. The kills start to come in. Joystick on a big flank there, able to move through into the corridor, and it is as easy as that. Long range from Joystick. His team getting that kill. He'll be close out now, and that's going to leave us 3 versus 3. But the kills start to come in for Empire once again. The clock is ticking down. Navi have to stick this plant attempt. It's all up to Nath now. Blur's on the cover, but low health. Can he find his man? No, shot down by Dan. No! And that is going to be the round. A 2K coming in from Dan, and another good basement defense from Team Empire.
In those previous 2 rounds where Doki is killed, Scyther on that angle, it's come out really well for them. They've got themselves in a 5 versus 4, no complaints. Yes, they've only got the 1 round. I'm not quite sure what the idea was behind that plan. Saves was a little bit late to the party. It's a 1 versus 1. It's always versus Secretly. Always holding on the downstairs, has got the angle, and I think Secretly is aware that he's hanging on the downstairs. If he can recover this diffuser and rotate himself off towards concrete, he could be in a great position. But the problem is these bulletproofs are going to see everything that he does, so he wants to shut these down first. Has now got to try and go in for the plant. Must know that the man is pushing in. Does he know where he is? Here comes the flank coming through. Sees him behind. He dips, he ducks, he dives, he dodges, but can't quite get it. Always wins it out. Empire move up to 4 and 1.
Always is.
This is coming out of Navi as well. Alicia Nate's got himself in on the top floor quite comfortably, but do they know about Joystick holding in behind this bed? They must know. Oh,
they don't know. They don't know. Again, they do not know, Des.
You've got to know the man's on the upstairs, guys. Come on. Now they've got to push him out of this spot, and sure enough, a grenade here could do wonders for them. But Secretly he's the only one left with a nade in back pocket. Blur does get the shutdown, but once again, Nath has died early in the round, and they've lost a crucial heart breacher.
30 seconds left to go. You can't open the hatch that you wanted to open. You're having to retrieve the diffuser, and again, it comes down to droning. Not going in there, not locating the man. It's not about necessarily checking every corner, but what it is about is saying, we don't know where Joystick is. We need to be careful. The kills continue to rain in for Empire. It is 4 versus 1. 10 seconds left to go. Too much to be done for the side of Navi, and there is absolutely no saving them as Empire take a 5-1 half.
I mean, itself alive a bit longer.
Secretly taking a lot of damage, keeping himself inside a bunker now. He's been forced out of the Shyko spot. Empire really trying to get aggressive here. That's exactly what they're doing. In comes the kill from Joystick onto Blur. Nath, low health. Secretly, low health. It's not looking good for Navi down in the basement. Empire looking to get this one closed out and guarantee themselves at least overtime saves. He steps up and tries to get aggressive with the shotgun. Scyther takes down the last few HP that Secretly had. 4 versus 2 now, and you just feel that Navi are scrambling, Des. They're trying to find anything they can. Shots are missed. They can't find the heads. They can't find the bodies. They can't find the kills. And Empire, they take round number 7, 6-1 now back into position.
There's 3 of them in highway here. This isn't really optimal coming out of Navi. They don't seem too aware of what's going on, and they walk straight into Dan. Not a single shot being returned by Doki there. They need to get themselves into better positions, because holding the same angle is really not going to benefit you. Always just waiting for this man to show a foot. He wants the smallest of gifts being given to him, but they know there's one crunched in the corner here as well. If they can push him, go for the swing, pre-fire, and it's an absolute freebie. There it goes. The Navi defense, it's falling to tatters. They're losing everyone. They're down to a 3 versus 1. Shepard, Scyther, and always against Nath. He's had a torrid time. He misses critical shots again. 2 rounds in a row. Empire with an emphatic first map. 7-1 against Navi on their map pick.
Well, that sent a message, didn't it?
Woo!
Oh dear, Navi. Empire absolutely tearing them asunder on Oregon there. There was absolutely no quarter asked nor given. And Empire, what a performance from them. That was a speed run any percent Oregon.
And they're definitely putting in for a world title with a performance like